there, my name is Bria Jones and I'm the Director of Customer Success at Bulb. So what is Bulb? Bulb is a digital resume and portfolio. It's a place where students collect digital evidence of their learning, skills, and passions and showcase their work beautifully and professionally. Teachers can use Bulb as much as students. Teachers use it to track professional goals, development, and share multimedia resources and activity templates. If your school or district has a focus on personalized learning, developing future-ready skills, writing across the curriculum, parent engagement, reflective learning, then you might be interested in joining over 1 million educators, students, and schools around the world who are using Bulb digital portfolios. To show you the power of portfolios, I'd love to show you a few examples. Let's take a look at Darrell Walker here. This is the profile page of his portfolio, and right away you'll start to see his personalization. You can see his personality. He gets the opportunity to be able to customize his portfolio with his themes of his pictures. You can see a little bit of him describing himself on that home page. And he has these tiles down here. These are what we call collections. And collections are flexible ways to be able to organize your work. So this allows that portfolio to grow with you over time. He has his academic work as well as work that comes from outside the classroom. If a portfolio is a place to tell your story, students' experiences and their story goes beyond those classroom walls. So their portfolio should allow them to be able to showcase those interests, hobbies, passions, and activities that they're doing outside of school. You'll notice that in his academics collection, he has sub-collections for his different subject areas. And if I open up engineering, he has 2 pages. So pages is where your ideas come to life. It's the place where you can bring in text and multimedia all into a rich page for you to be able to then share. So this Bulb supports over 2,000 different embedded applications. You'll notice here he's doing a gravity project. He's doing an egg drop, which is something popular that a lot of students, physics students, do. And he actually created another app in ThingLink, and it's interactive and embedded right on the page. So we want students creating in lots of different ways and then be able to bring it together into their portfolio. He's documenting his objective and experimental procedure and is able to bring in images. He can take pictures from his mobile device, or maybe he's using an iPad. Bulb works on all devices, so it's very easy to move between different devices to be able to continue to build your portfolio wherever you are, whatever device you have access to. And he's also able to take a video. You can upload videos directly to a Bulb page, or you can have videos posted on a site like YouTube and embed those into a Bulb page as well. So the egg did crack, unfortunately, but one of the most popular ways to build a portfolio is to really look at it from a growth perspective. So allowing students to really have that time to have reflective learning, to be able to put that personal context to the projects. How did this meet my goals? What did I learn from this? Why was this an important piece to add into my portfolio? In addition to the portfolio, you also have that digital resume piece. So Darrell has his interactive resume, and what makes this really exciting is that this allows students to stand out in a unique way. Instead of just having bullets on a resume PDF that says, I did these things, you can actually attach evidence of those skills and experiences from the pages that you develop in your portfolio. So now as we look at Darrell and About Me, we can learn a little bit about his job shadowing when he was a chef, or his interests in the band that he has. He was an editor of a campus newspaper, and we can see his writing here. So if I click on any of that work embedded right in the middle of the resume, it takes me to evidence of the work and encourages me to want to dig deeper into this student. There's also sections within the resume that are free-form sections. So Darrell has passions and certifications and volunteering. So students can really customize their portfolio. in a unique way that really showcases the things that they want to showcase. And it's very easy to be able to share out. If I was signed in as Darrell, I would have a share resume link there where I could then paste that resume to put in an application, or maybe for a scholarship or an internship, send in an email, or maybe even create it as a QR code and put it on my PDF resume that I could then add to that PDF resume to be able to submit that if that's the format that's required. Let's take a look at another example. I love showing Angela because Angela's portfolio is organized in collections in a very different way. Again, this allows portfolios to be customized to the initiatives of the school or the individual in terms of how they want to share out their story. So Angela's portfolio here is organized in a way that really showcases those soft, future-ready skills. So we open up her critical thinking collection, and she has multiple pages in here spanning from 6th grade all the way to 10th grade. And one of the things I love is that she has work that she's curated from all different subject areas and even things outside of her academic work. So she's making the connection that critical thinking lives in all aspects of her life. Her first page here is actually a goal setting page. That's a popular way to use portfolios, is to have students set goals and then collect projects and evidence and work that they're doing towards working towards those goals. That's also another popular way that educators use Bulb as well. And then she's chosen her 6th grade argumentative paper. Has done a great job of embedding a bunch of different multimedia and making that writing and research come to life with embedded web content and video, and then has that reflection. Why does this show my critical thinking? Why have I chosen this for my portfolio? And then the next one she moves on to, and in 7th grade, she's picked her scientific experiment and has that documented within her Bulb portfolio as well. Let's take a look at a younger student, because Bulb is for all ages. Caden here has been keeping his portfolio since kindergarten and is now in 5th grade. He's changed schools in between those grade levels as well. One of the great things is Bulb goes with you for life. So if a student leaves in the middle of the school year or even graduates, they get to take Bulb with them. They get to keep this portfolio. This truly helps with student ownership and allowing them to continue their story and their journey, documenting that in a portfolio. So you notice here he has a lot of tiles from work that he does with career exploration and leadership activities. He has milestones, awards, and he has his reading and writing as well. I love his writing collection because this is a great way for him as a student to take ownership in recognizing his growth over time. So he actually has samples of his writing from kindergarten all the way through 5th grade, all in one place. So every time he adds a piece of writing, he's reminded of where he's come and how much he has grown as a writer. So he has his very first kindergarten story. Bulb is an easy to use platform. Kindergartners can upload pictures and videos and do audio recordings to be able to capture their work right in Bulb. And then it can grow over time. He has his very first book that he published, and he actually had someone take a video of him reading it.
I dedicate this book to my mom and dad.
And he's able to upload that onto the page. And then later on, his writing progresses where he's actually able to start kind of planning his writing. So you notice that he's just taken a picture of some of the writing that he's done on a worksheet around his hook and introduction sentence. He uses our audio record to record reading his work.
On introductory paragraph.
He's also taken a picture of feedback that he's gotten from the teacher. And then in his next page, he's actually documenting the final writing project that he did around sharks. One of the things I love about this is he actually did his writing in Google Slides. We have great integrations with Google and Microsoft, and he's able to bring in these slides directly onto his Bulb page. Because again, we want students creating in lots of different applications. He could do his writing on a Bulb page and bring in lots of multimedia, and he can do it in other applications as well and embed Google Docs, slides, Word documents, so that he never has to choose only one way to be able to present and create work. Let's take a look at how a teacher uses Bulb as a portfolio. So for teachers, they use it in the same way students use it. As a professional portfolio, they can track their own goals and their own professional learning that they're doing in terms of enhancing their professional experience. So maybe it's blogs that they've written or conferences that they've presented in. They can have all of this in a professional portfolio and share directly with a supervisor and keep that private, or be able to share out more holistically if they want to use it more as a resource or presentation tool. Within Bulb, you have a lot of control over what parts of your portfolio is shared. So you get to actually determine the audience at the page and collection level. So you can have parts of your portfolio that's private or just with a select audience, and you can have other parts of your portfolio that you can share with a class or with a teacher, or more out to an audience outside of your school, maybe with a private share link. Say if you were a student that was applying for a scholarship or an internship and wanting to share part of your portfolio. Jody also uses her portfolio to create resources for her students. So this is really a consumer side of being able to view work that or resources that she's put together for her students. So she has a page where the students could access the scientific measurement and actually download documents or interact with an ebook that's on there as well. One of our most popular features in Bulb is creating templates. So we have a resource library of hundreds and hundreds of templates created by expert teachers, as well as teachers on their own can create templates within their own portfolio and share with a student. And a template is, in essence, a Bulb page that whoever has permission to see that page can copy that page into their portfolio. So Jody has all of these science labs that are created as templates within her Bulb portfolio. The stomach versus soda lab is one of our most popular labs. And the students will just come up here and click on use template, and it'll copy this page into their portfolio. And then they can complete the lab and fill in the blanks, add in their data tables, their graphs, a video of them doing the experiment as well. That leads me to another use of Bulb, and that's at an organizational level. So we have departments or groups that utilize a portfolio as a way to be able to showcase and share information within their organization. So Beaumont ISD had done a college and career and military readiness virtual fair. They used Bulb as a virtual platform to be able to showcase colleges, universities, be able to have all their CTE programs of study listed. Bulb pages are so easy to create that it's really easy to be able to maintain and be able to add a rich, dynamic virtual environment to be able to share out all of this different kinds of information. We also have people and organizations that use it as like a resource hub for a department, or being able to share out parent resources or resources for teachers, and even for art fairs and science fairs to be able to do virtual fairs where you have multiple contributors and students are sharing Bulb pages of their work into this virtual fair where people can go and view that work very easily. There are so many ways to be able to use Bulb, and we hope that we inspired you. And if you're interested, we'd love for you to be able to reach out to us. We put together this resource, Meet Bulb, and so if you want to take a look at it and dive in a little bit more, and then feel free to reach out to us as well. And we would love to be able to give you a demo or further our conversation with what you're trying to accomplish at your school.